Okay, so the really short version is this car's been a pain in the butt. So we did all sorts of tweaks and changes to intercooler and cooling system, and going back with all OEM Honda parts, and added pusher fans on the front of the radiator down here, and reorganized some of the intercooler piping and how this is all mounted, and oil cooler, and a billion other things that we've tried to get this thing to act right, thinking that maybe it was an airflow issue, and still pushing coolant. So the only thing that it could potentially be is what I suspected. The first time that I took the head off, this number one cylinder was at top dead center, and I did not see all of this scoring in here, and that's not good. So I am pretty sure I've got a crack somewhere back in here, bottom side, whatever. Check the head for flatness. Checked the head on the block for flatness, and had the head machined, and this thing was checked with a machined straight edge, and still found to be correct. New head gasket, all sorts of everything new. I bled this thing a bajillion times, and it still isn't right. So I took the head off again, just to see if everything is still okay, or head gasket blown or something like that. I mean, the head gasket looks crazy, and upon looking at the cylinders, they're all pretty consistent until you get to this one. So all the other ones are about the same, but this one is very clean compared to the rest of them. So it's got some damage there. After I drained the oil, the drain plugs had some metal shavings on it, obviously from that damage right there. So not ideal situation. So I picked up another block. As you can see by the crank here, it's currently at the machine shop, and it's being decked and honed and dumped in the vat, cleaned, getting ready to come back home. My goal right now is to get this trans and bottom end out of this car, pull the crank out of it, go take the crank to be polished, take all my brand new OEM Honda parts off of this thing. Brand new OEM Honda belt, brand new OEM GSR water pump, which was a lot different, very, very, very different than the Gates pump that was on it. The blades on this are much smaller, much sharper, much shorter, and the little mounting post in the center is much taller. There's some very, very obvious differences between the two that made me think maybe it's just a flow issue, and adding some pusher fans and a proper water pump would take care of the problem, but it didn't. Still having issues, still pushing coolant. So I was kind of avoiding the truth of the matter that I got a crack somewhere, and the block is hurt. So dropping the block and trans out, and while we're out, I'm refinish the transmission, some of the mounts. I'm really, really, really considering welding up all these little holes, shaving everything that I'm not going to use for mounting anything here. So we got a lot of welding work to do and refinishing to get this thing all back together again. So this is going to be a journey. So I'll be hand building the new rotating assembly. Got a pile of parts over here. So new King bearings, new thrust washers by King, new Wiseco piston rings, some other fancy stuff. And I've got an O-ring, Isky O-ring tool over here, so that way I can put O-rings in the cylinders. Got a new ATI damper. And more stuff I'm sure on the way. I've got a bunch of new Honda OEM main seal, new Honda OEM oil pan gasket, new OEM Honda water pump gasket, all from Acura, and new oil pump gasket, all from Honda. I ain't playing around, folks. And new pickup tube gasket from Honda. We spending all the money out here. All the money. Another thing I've got, let's see, hide back here. I've got a new OEM temperature sensor, just in case that's an issue. And a new fan switch, OEM. We'll see if I can move some stuff out of the way. And then I've got the OEM sender, temperature sender for the dash. And then I've got some Speed Factory L19 head studs. And I've got a brand new OEM LS B18B head gasket for this thing. So tons of OEM Honda parts going back on this. I'm not putting anything non-OEM back on the car ever again. There you go. So irritated. This is going to be done really right in an attempt to do it one single last time. Like, I'm not doing this again. So stay tuned. I'll do another short video like this. I know it's 7-8 minutes long, but I'm just gonna do blog style videos probably from now on, just to update everybody until I've got a reason to do something fancy. This is just what you're gonna get for now. So stay tuned. It will be back. We are working on it. It will be back on the road. Probably a couple months before I get this thing back together. We've got Weston's project car in here that he's working on, that we've been taking apart. So we plan on repainting this thing. So we're stripping it down. Good clean interior. We took the engine out already. And we're going to tuck as much of the bay as we can. Take it all apart and spray it black. So this is going to be a whole project. We've got till November to get this thing done, while I'm working on this too. So we've got some things to address on this car. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. So we will post more as we install all of these parts on these two cars and assemble the new bottom end and put everything back together. So all right, well, this is it. We're gonna get back after it. Stay tuned for more.